Hi, I'm Paul Friedman. I'm the founder of the Marriage Foundation. And the question that we have right now is, do married couples need privacy? Now, I know what that question means. It doesn't mean, do we need privacy as a couple? It means, do we need privacy individually from each other, right? But both questions are important, so I'm going to address both of those. And if you're not a subscriber, you should become one, because our approach to marriage at the Marriage Foundation is correct. That may sound very arrogant, but it isn't. When you hold how we see marriage next to how others see marriage, ours is all about happiness and love. Now, if you want something else from your marriage, then maybe we're not the right channel for you. But we're all about happiness and love, because those are the reasons people actually get married. And I know I used to be a divorce mediator over 20 years ago. I used to help people get a divorce. They were not happy. They were not feeling the love because they didn't know how to run their marriage. So this question about privacy does come up. Which one do you want me to answer first? Privacy as a couple or privacy from each other? So I'm going to answer privacy as a couple first. And the reason why is because it's more important. You see, your soulmates, you married your soulmate. This isn't just a greeting card expression, because you're essentially a soul. As a human being, you're a soul, and you have a mind, and you have a body, but you're a soul. The soul is effectively love, wisdom, and joy. That's the nature of the soul. It's part of God. And God created you, the soul, in His image, and that's what you are. So, you married your soulmate because you felt love for them. That's why people get married. They fall in love. They reconnected with their soulmate. And now, as soulmates, in this crazy world that you can't trust anyone else in, and you gotta watch out no matter who you're doing business with, and I don't just mean monetary business, but it's a treacherous world, it's a dangerous world, and you met your soulmate, and I call what you've created by getting married the sacred space of marriage. It's just the two of you. Now, what happens to most people, and it brings us to the other part of the question, most people turn their sacred space of marriage into a prison cell, and they become cellmates, and they divide up that cell to one degree or another. Now, wait a minute, don't get the wrong idea. I'm not proposing that you shouldn't have privacy, but you shouldn't be crazy private. What you have a right to is your thoughts. No one has the right to know your thoughts and feelings unless you wish to share them. And so many people have this wrong idea about being open, that they share their negative thoughts and feelings with their spouse and hurt them. And that means you're not using good discrimination, because you're there to make your spouse's life as yours filled with joy and love. So you don't want to mix negative things in with your expressions of joy and love. So you keep those private, recognizing that it's your mind, and you don't really want your mind to have those thoughts and feelings that are negative, and you have total control over that. You have free will. And this is a total misconception going on in the world today, that we're supposed to honor our emotions, which is a stupid idea. You don't honor emotions any more than you honor a software program in your computer, because that's all emotions are when you understand how the mind really works. So you keep those thoughts and feelings private. Because you don't want to turn your husband or your wife into a dumping ground for those thoughts and emotions that happen to be in your mind, which should be unwelcome guests in your mind that you're working to eliminate. You see? Let me back up a little, because I know this could be confusing because we learn all the wrong stuff. So you're the soul. Your natural state of existence is joy. It's what a soul is, love, wisdom. But you come into creation, don't think that you began when you were born. You came into creation, physical creation, with a mind and a body, tools with which to experience creation. And instead of mastering each of those, you have become a slave to those. Many people eat compulsively when food should just be a little bit of pleasure, okay, a lot of pleasure, and to sustain the body healthily. And the mind is a way of operating in physical creation, calculating things, filtering things, perceiving things, but it's supposed to be under your control. You're not supposed to just go along with everything your mind says. So that is what's at the core here. Now you may say, well, I need some time to myself. I need some private time to myself. That's between you and your spouse. It shouldn't matter. But you should remember why you got married. You should remember that you got married not so you could have private time. Maybe you do need some, and it's okay. It's not evil, it's not good, it's neither, it's neutral. But you did get married. You promised your spouse to love them, to cherish them, to make their lives a living joy, didn't you? And so that's more important to focus upon than whether you need private time. So I think that about covers it. Now you should definitely subscribe to this channel. Also, if you've been following for a while, we have over 28,000 subscribers now. Many of you have expressed an interest in becoming, maybe you're clergy, maybe you're a therapist, and you've asked, can I become a TMF counselor? Some of you want to work for the Marriage Foundation, and we're getting big. But our new way will be to train marriage counselors to work in their own practices under the TMF umbrella. So it's not quite ready. We're going to be pre-selling it. I haven't created it yet, but we're going to. I can't train counselors one-on-one anymore. And so we're going to have an online course with a lot of goodies. And I invite you to look into that. Let us know if you want us to let you know when it's ready. Until then, like the video, leave a comment if you want. Thank you for visiting. God bless you. Take care.